Hey everyone, my name is Julie and this is my channel, Mama to 4. Today I'm doing a video on 5 surprises about birth and postpartum that I experienced. I think these are normal things in birth and postpartum, but they were things that I was surprised about. Now, I might have heard them before, someone might have told me this and it just went in one ear out the other, or I just never heard about them, people just didn't talk about these things, but either way, they were surprises to me when they happened. Number 1, right after birth, there will be a lot of blood. Now, I knew that you would bleed after birth. I knew that I had to buy pads and be well stocked up on that before the birth, so I would need to use them after. But I didn't know how much blood, and there was a lot. I know the midwives told me afterwards that be concerned if there's a blood clot bigger than your fist. So that's really big, but anything smaller than that is normal. So yeah, there's a lot of bleeding right after. And it slows down in the next couple weeks. Well, in the next few days, actually, it slows down a lot. It gradually gets less and less. But at the beginning, there's a lot. I didn't expect that. Number 2, you will get full body shakes. Your body goes into a slight shock, I guess. It can also just be the sudden hormone change right after the baby's born. But my body just went, it was all shaky, like I was shivering, like I was really cold. The midwives always told me with each of my births that was totally normal. Just put a towel on me or a blanket and warmed me up. And that gradually stopped, but I was like, what's happening? Why am I shaking? Number 3, breastfeeding is natural, but not really. I probably hadn't done enough research. I definitely hadn't done enough research before my first child was born. And I was kind of under the impression that, yeah, my baby will be born, I will breastfeed, everything will go well. I didn't realize what a struggle breastfeeding could be. And so I didn't know, I wasn't sure what proper latch was. I'd never done this. My baby wasn't great at latching. And so we really struggled with that at the beginning. It was not like I thought. I just thought, put the baby on there, it'll suck, it'll get the food it needs, and everything will be perfect. I didn't realize how hard it could be. And then after that, it was great after we got it all worked out. But it can take a little while to get the hang of. So I wish I had taken a breastfeeding course or just did some studying on that before my child was born. And so if you're having your first child and you want to breastfeed, I would definitely recommend doing some research beforehand so that you're as well prepared as you can be before your baby is born. Because as much as breastfeeding is a natural thing, it doesn't always come naturally. Number 4, contractions aren't over after birth. What? Right after the birth, it is an amazing sense of relief because your body does stop contracting. All of a sudden the pain is gone. It's crazy how sudden that is. But contractions will continue to happen when you're breastfeeding. I had never heard of this. Maybe I had. It just surprised me for some reason after my baby was born and I started breastfeeding, especially just for the first few days, maybe the first week. Every time you're nursing, your uterus will contract, and what's happening is that it's contracting and going back down to its normal size. So it's a very good thing, but it does hurt. So I was definitely taking Tylenol, taking ibuprofen just from that pain during breastfeeding. And unfortunately, it gets worse every time. With my 4 babies, the contractions definitely got more intense each time. But as long as I was on top of taking the ibuprofen, taking the Tylenol, it was definitely manageable. Number 5, you will be sad. I had definitely heard about postpartum depression and about the baby blues before my first baby was born, but I guess I just didn't really think of myself getting them. But sure enough, when my baby was, it's hard to remember, probably close to a week old, my hormones, just from that sudden dip in hormones after my baby was born, I got the baby blues, and they were minor. It wasn't a big deal, but I did not like getting them, and I would be, I'd be so happy that my baby was here, and it was a very joyful thing, but then all of a sudden I would be crying, and I would just have this feeling of sadness, and I didn't know why. All of a sudden I felt like I understood a little bit the people that do deal with depression, because I could not control it, and I hated that I couldn't control it, and I felt like I was happy, and then all of a sudden my hormones just dropped, and I was really sad, and I'd be crying, and that was not fun. I did not like that part. about postpartum at all. Now, that happened with my first 2 children. After my 3rd and 4th, I did placenta encapsulation, and that helped with my postpartum period a lot. That really improved that time. And so I posted a video about placenta encapsulation and my experience with that just a few weeks ago, and I will post a link to that down below if you want to watch that video. And those are the 5 surprises that I could think of after birth that I was not expecting. So now you've heard it. If you're having your first baby, expect these 5 things to happen, and hopefully that helped you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for my next video next Monday. Please like this video, comment down below if you want to tell me anything about your experience, things that you weren't expecting that surprised you after birth, and also subscribe so that when my next video goes up, you'll be notified and you will be able to watch it when it comes out. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.